Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me go over here to IG and go live. There we go. Great morning. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Let me go on, put that up. So it's done. Hey, y'all. Hey. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. I'm getting ready to share myself. Let me share. Hey, Phoenicia. Hey, Eveline. How are you? Good to see you, ladies. Y'all help me out and share. Hey, Jason. Good to see you. Yes, Georgia in the building. I love it. I love it. For a little while longer, Georgia. For a little while longer, Georgia. Just a little while longer. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Let me share. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you, Phoenicia, for sharing. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me share. Let me share. I'm ready for this word. Let me share. Let me share. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all, this is why I don't like sharing on the computer, because it moves differently. It moves differently. But we're going to get started in just a minute, you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for bearing with me. We're going to get into these shots in just a minute, because I need every bit of it. It's been a long weekend. Had a lot going on, but I'm excited about the things that, have gone on. I'm excited about how God is moving. I'm excited about it. So, y'all, we're going to go on and we're going to get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Listen, y'all. Listen, Linda. Listen. All right, y'all. Look, y'all know what we do. Baby, I'm about to finish this off. Brrr. I'm glad my husband is not here, because I'm about to finish it off. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. Great morning, Christina. Well, y'all know what we do. Here we go. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody shake, shake, shake. Shake the devil off. A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, alive. It's you and me. All right, here we go. Shake it up, pour it up, and what? Yup. Drink it up. Here we go. Ooh, barely, 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 barely a shot. Barely, 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 barely. Listen, here's the rest in God. Cheers. Oh my God, that's so good. So good, so good. Yeah. All right, y'all. Listen. Today we're talking about resting in God. And um I don't know about you all, but I know that I can get caught up in the work. Whatever that work is, I can get caught up in the work. I can get caught up in the going, the doing, and forget to sometimes just be, right? Well, this week, we had a lot going on. We had an event on Thursday night. Our sister came in on Thursday, had to go to Pensacola to the airport. I did a lot of driving this week, a lot more than I normally do. Y'all know I don't be driving like that no more. Thanks to my amazing husband, right? But I did a lot of driving. And then I did a lot of pouring out all week. And I don't know if you guys noticed that the messages this week just were taking a lot out of me, right? I poured out a lot into other people. And today is my day to just rest, right? So, when I was, seeking God for what to say, he said, rest. Too often we are busy doing the work, but we don't rest. And it doesn't mean that I won't do any work today, but it means it's going to be limited. I'm going to give you a prime example. I have laundry that I need to do. Like I need to do laundry, y'all, because I do not. I don't like doing laundry, just to be honest with you, just to be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I don't necessarily like doing laundry. I don't like it, right? It's not my favorite thing to do. So this morning when I was up, I was on Facebook and I saw an ad. I'm going to tell y'all how it goes, but it was for a laundry service, right? They come, they pick up your laundry, they take it, they do it, they bring it back to you. Washed, dried, folded, sorted, ready for you. I said, what? Huh? And it's only $1 a pound. I said, okay, well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. This is going to be my first time trying it. I'm going to let you guys know. But I did not want to spend my day-to-day doing laundry, folding clothes, and then having to put them up. That was way too much bandwidth for me. Listen, you're going to get one or the other. They're going to get washed and dried, or they're going to get folded, or they're going to get put up. All of that in one day is probably not going to happen. So I said, let me try this service and see how it works, because today I'm committed to resting, right? I'm committed to resting, allowing my body to recuperate from all of the activities. I went to Dr. Samantha and I, with Lakeisha, likely, we all went to Tallahassee to support Apostle Dr. Crystal Pugh. She was at a conference. She was speaking, she was serving. And so we went to support her on Friday night. So we did our meeting on Thursday night. We went to Tallahassee on Friday. So Friday night we were there. Of course, things didn't end until late. Then we went to get something to eat. We didn't get back to the room and in bed until probably about 1:30. Had to get up the next morning. Had to do the drive-by, had to go to had to do service. Then went to a luncheon. Apostle Dr. Crystal Pugh, baby, my girl, my sister, had everybody on the floor up in there. Do you hear me? I'm talking about they was boom, 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 boom. Deliverance was taking place. Healing was taking place. The word went forth. It was strong. It was mighty. It was powerful. And guess what? One of the things that she said was, you can't keep blaming people. That's what she said yesterday. You can't keep blaming people. Can't keep blaming people. What did we talk about that yesterday? She talked about a lot of the things that I talked about as it related to healing. I hear you, honey, but I'm still going to rest. When you get here, I'm going to be resting too, okay? So I need you to just get your mindset on rest, I say, okay? Just give me today. Just give me today. Okay, can you just give me today? He's talking about some rest until I get there. Just give me today. Give me today. All right. Jason said, well, yeah, we did, right? So, yes, Jason, it was awesome. Listen, it was so much going on. I wanted you, thank you so much for praying, Jason. I wanted you to be able to see what was happening, but there came a point where I had to cut off because, listen, I knew I had work to do too. So I wish I were here, but I gotta go, right? So that I could be in that moment, which I'm learning to do more of, being in the moment. So it's been long, right? So after that, listen, I was supposed to have been gone. Like, I had planned to be gone earlier, and I ended up talking to a woman for about 3 hours. We talked for about 3 hours after I was supposed to leave. About 3 hours we were talking, and just God was ministering and doing what God does. So get on the road. I drive 2 hours home. And I get home, and all I can do is get the bags in the house, which I did do, and lie down. I could not wait to lie down, right? I wasn't even, I didn't even eat again. This is when I know I'm tired. When I ate at the luncheon, but I did not eat again after the luncheon. I did not eat dinner last night. I came in, I came home, I laid it down, and I fell asleep, right? So I'm telling you all that you've got to allow God to restore you, to restore your body when you're pouring out, to give your body an opportunity to rest. It was an unusual week for me, so I know it requires rest, but also we require rest. We require rest. It's one of the reasons that on the seventh day, the Lord rested, right? On the seventh day, the Lord rested. And so we've got to understand that rest is necessary. Rest is a part of God's formula for living a successful, a healthy, and a fulfilled life. Rest is a part of it. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Um, Rest in God, even in the things that we do, even in the accomplishments that we are seeking, the fulfillment of our destiny as we're doing it. You've got to also rest. It can't just be, because otherwise, guess what you're going to do? You're going to be trying to do everything, and you won't allow God to do his part. It doesn't mean that you don't do anything, but you got to be able to rest and let God do what God does best, right? So some of it is your part, some of it is God's part. What I refuse to do in this season is do God's part. I'm focused on trying to do my part. God said, do your part, be consistent. Don't try to do it all at once, right? Create daily habits that lead to the outcomes that you desire. Figure out what you need to do daily to get what you desire at the end of the week. Figure out what you need to do daily in order to produce the changes that you desire. Figure out what you need to do daily to keep some semblance of balance in your life. And when I say balance, it's never going to be just totally balanced, but to be operating in a way that allows you to operate at maximum capacity. If all you're doing is focusing in one area and everything else is dropped, yes, that area will thrive, but everything else will die. So now you won't be able to fully enjoy that area because you've got all of this damage in all these other areas. So yes, you accomplished your goal, but you're sick. Yes, you accomplished your goal, but your relationship is on the brink of breaking down. Yes, you accomplished your goal, but you don't know how to sustain it without being in the extreme. I've lived my life in extremes. Either I'm all in or I'm all out. Extremes. Either I do all of it or I do none of it. Extremes. It's challenging for me to even appreciate and operate in that middle. Either I drive all the way or I don't drive none of the way. Extremes. God is calling us to get balance in our life. And a part of us getting balance in our life is understanding that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Figure out where you need to make adjustments so you can optimize your life, your living, your health, your relationships, your business, your productivity. But I knew yesterday when I came in, by the time I fell asleep and I slept, I said, oh yeah, my body's saying, oh baby, oh you finna sit down. Now I've got some things to do later this evening. We've got some meetings and stuff to attend. It's online. I don't have to do as much, but I got to rest for that. I've got the Prophetic Avengers boot camp coming up tonight. I got to rest for that. I've got to rest so that I can give that my best. But I can't give my best if I don't allow my body to rest. And what I'm telling you is you've got to allow your body to rest, your mind to rest. My mind is always going a million miles an hour. I've got all these things. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. Well, baby, sit down and rest. Today is April 14th. Tomorrow is the tax deadline. I got to do our taxes. But baby, I'm going to do it while I rest. You've got to understand that God is calling us to rest in him, to know that he's got it and he's got us. And so we don't have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, but we do have to show up. We've got to do our part. We've got to listen to his voice and heed it. Those are the things that we've got to master because we often haven't mastered them. We've mastered go, 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 busy, 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 but we haven't mastered be still. And it can't be still and do nothing all day, every day. You gotta have, you see what I'm saying? It can't be that, but you've gotta have some time to rest. Even our phones need time to rest. Our computers need time to rest. Rest. It's okay. God's got it. This week coming up, I've got some more pouring out to do because I'm doing the mic drop masterclass, right? And with the mic drop masterclass, I'm going to tell y'all something. And this is going to sound unbelievable, but it's absolutely the truth. I realized something this morning. I was laying there resting, right? And God began to remind me of some things. I am 57 years old. I'm getting ready to be 58 this year. And he reminded me that I've been teaching people how to drop the mic. Are y'all ready? It sounds so surreal, right? But I've been teaching people how to drop the mic since I was 21 years old. So for 36 years, I've been teaching people how to speak. For 36 years, I've been teaching people how to master the art and the skill of communication. For 36 years. Almost as long as my oldest son, has been alive, I've been teaching this. 36 years. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about getting all 36 years of that experience, not just academically and in the classroom, but in life and understanding the power of communication. And ask yourself, how much is that worth to me? When you rest, you can begin to see some things. I really had not realized how long I've been doing this. I didn't realize how long I've been helping people find their voice and master them and being able to communicate and share what it is that they want the world to know and understand, and how to craft your message and how to give the support, the supporting information and examples and make it real and bring it to life. 36 years of doing this. And every class that I taught, every class that I teach, I'm always looking for the student who's terrified of public speaking, the one who gets nervous, the one who doesn't like doing it, the one who says, I don't have anything to say, to help them find that voice, to find and to realize what I can see and others can see is that they've got something to say. And then to help them say it in a way that it impacts people's lives and it creates change. 36 years of doing that. And that's my greatest joy. Those students who don't want to speak, so they try to go very last, right? I want to go last. I want to go last. To see them at the end of the term, volunteering to go first, like getting up there and implementing the things that I shared with them, seeing them impact the classroom, seeing them use the tools that, I've shared with them to create impact and tell their story, give a message, whether it was persuasive or informative, whether it was introductory. Look, to see the difference in their introductory speech and their final persuasive speech, baby, that thing right there gives me great joy to see the growth. God has taught me to value growth. And I know for some people, some of the things that I celebrate may not seem celebratable. But I believe when we celebrate those small things, they encourage us to do even bigger things. I don't care where you are in your speaking journey. You could have been speaking for a long time, or you could have been speaking for no time. What I'm going to tell you is this: 36 years of experience. There's some things that I've learned. There's some things that allow me to talk to people for 4 hours and keep them engaged, and then it not even feel like 4 hours. Y'all, I'm telling you, my students would be so upset at the end of class because we had a 4-hour class and it hit the end and it didn't seem like 4 hours. There's, yes, a grace and a gift that I have, but there's also skills that I've learned and that I teach that help you be able to grab people's attention and keep it. Take them on a journey with you. Make them excited about hearing you, about you opening up your mouth, anticipating what are they going to say next, what's coming. It was so crazy. Listen to me. The impact that I would have on my students and what would happen in my classroom was so absolutely overwhelming that they would go home, tell their husband, their wife, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their roommates, their friends, their mom, their dad, their siblings. People would bring people to class with them so that they could experience what happens in the classroom. I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm telling you all, register for the masterclass because I'm going to give you all of that information. You're going to get it all. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not saying, oh, I'm only going to give you this much, and then if you take more, then, you're going to be able to get it. No, you're going to have the opportunity to get more. You will. But what I'm going to tell you is in 2 hours and 15 minutes, I'm going to give you all the things to do to create a mic drop masterpiece speech. 2 hours, 15 minutes. I just need 2 hours. The 15 minutes is our wrap up. Give me 2 hours and 15 minutes. And watch what you walk away with. And you're going to walk away with the mic drop checklist. So you'll be able to check it off as you go through the steps of doing it. Now, it's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge you to maybe do some things that you don't normally do. It's going to challenge you. But I promise you this, it will elevate your impact. It will elevate your impact and it will elevate your ability to reach people. This is why I'm resting today. I believe that everything that I'm pouring out over the next few days is going to change so many lives because guess what my job is? My job is to impact the lives of the people that impact the lives of people. How about that? It 10x's my impact. So I teach someone how to do this, then they use it, listen to me, and then they impact all of these lives. In that way, I impact all of those lives by impacting the life of the leader, the life of the person who is a leader, a teacher, a coach, an educator, or someone who is a speaker, someone who has a testimony, or just what we call an ordinary person, right? Because none of us are really ordinary, and all of us have people assigned to us. I remember teaching at the seminary, right? So I was teaching at American Baptist College in Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm teaching the preachers, right? Teaching the preachers, the pastors, right? And so, they would take hermeneutics. And so they would, learn how to exegete the text. They would learn to write the message out. They were taught write the whole message out. And then they would come into my class thinking, oh, I'm just going to write the message out. Don't you come in here reading to me, because I can read. No, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to not read a message, but to be able to identify what your thesis is. What is the thing that you're trying to accomplish with this message? Then identify what are the main points that you want to articulate. And then figure out how to add the supporting information, the examples, statistics, the stories. Listen, I'm going to show you how to flesh it out, how to outline your message so that you know the things that you want to say without having the whole thing written out and reading to people, because there are too many challenges when you're just reading, right? If you lose your place, if the papers get separated or out of order. So I teach you how to speak extemporaneously. What does that mean, Dr. V? So there are multiple ways of speaking, right? So you can speak impromptu, which is with little to no preparation time. Okay. So you may have a minute or two to prepare. You're going to be able to do that from this too. Like I teach you how to do all of it. There's impromptu. There is manuscript, where you read an actual manuscript. There is memorization or memorized speaking, where you memorize the manuscript that you wrote out. Now listen, we're getting older and everybody's memory don't operate like that. Okay. And then there is extemporaneous speaking, where you prepare and you practice, but it's not memorized, right? So what I would tell them is, where's the room for the Holy Spirit? If you've got the whole message written out, you've written it all out, and you're reading it to the people. You're reading it to the people. Some people are better at reading than others, okay? You're reading it to the people. Where is the room for the Spirit of God to move in the message? Where's the room for God? Where's the room for Spirit? So when I listen to sermons, when I watch preachers, and speakers also, and they're reading to me, I get it. I get it. And some people have gotten really good at reading to you, but a lot of them are not. When I watch people take other people's sermons and read them, there ought to be some differences. There ought to be some things that are unique to you. Although I'm a firm believer, God ain't speaking to you. Huh? But even in our ordinary communication, having the ability to get clear on what you're trying to say and be able to say it in multiple ways so that people can understand it becomes important to improve your communication in relationships with other people, on job interviews, at work, in your business, in your life, with your children. Communication is key. There's no getting around it. We're always communicating. Whether we are saying any words or not, we're always communicating. We're always communicating. We're always saying something. My husband be so sick of me, because I'd be like, what, babe? He said, I didn't say anything. No, you didn't say anything, but you were communicating. You were communicating. See, this is my challenge. I'm always paying attention to what's being communicated. And I'm going to ask some questions. What did you mean by that? Because I want to know. So if you're ready to 10x your ability to communicate. Period. Just communicate. Not even just give speeches, but communicate. To be able to become the type of speaker that people want to listen to become the communicator that no matter what you're doing, it creates instant impact. I remember, I worked with my kids at my school on communication. They would have to introduce themselves and they would have to tell about their business. So I taught them how to do their, their introduction, how to introduce themselves, right? And, they would say their name and they would do all that. And I said, listen, baby, listen. These babies got so good at being able to communicate who they are and what they were about. Like people would be blown away at fifth and sixth graders who were communicating better than some adults. It's because we worked on it. They had to give speeches. They had to do those things because I know the importance of it. When I go into a room and I introduce myself, I don't need long. That introduction, me just opening up my mouth, people are going to want to know who I am. They're going to want to talk to me. And not because I said, come talk to me, but because in that brief interaction, I have impacted them with what I said. Doesn't take a lot, just a little. And when you learn to communicate effectively, when you learn to increase the power of your communication and the impact of your communication, you can do the same thing. It's not magical and it's not just me. You can do it. I got you, Phoenicia. That's right, Jason. Keywords and points. Yep. Yes. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to think that I'm new to this. There's a reason that I'm able to do what I do. I've been doing this a very long time. Since I was 21 years old, I've been teaching public speaking. Can y'all imagine that? I was 21 years old. I had students older than me. And I was teaching public speaking because it's always been a gift. It's always been something that I've been passionate about. You've got to learn to communicate impactfully. And communication is more than just saying words. It's making things match. When you learn how to do that, maybe you're going to change the game. Not just for you, but for those people who are called to you, whoever they are, wherever they are. All right, y'all. Well, listen. Today, take some time or figure out your time when you're going to rest. Give yourself some rest time. It's one of the reasons pastors normally take Mondays off. Mondays are normally their rest days to recuperate from service on Sunday. But take some time. Take some time. Give yourself an opportunity to recuperate and rejuvenate. But register for Wednesday's class because you're not going to want to miss that. It is $99 for the general admission and $149 for the VIP, right? The VIP includes a 1-hour one-on-one session with me, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about with the process, right? But it's $149 for that, $99 for the regular, and Afterpay is available. Register. I really want to be able to impact as many people as possible. And if you know someone who could benefit from the class, share the information with them as well. Invite them. Do it together. That way you guys can practice with each other. You'll have someone who understands the concepts that you're referring to. They'll know what you're doing, right? And you'll be able to grow together in that ability. Register at bit.ly/Mic Drop Master, bit.ly/Mic Drop Master. The class is on Wednesday night from 7 to 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. I will tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell y'all this because I need you to hear me. It will be interactive and it will have some parts where you have to do some work. You're going to have to do a little work. Right? But it's going to be amazing. Awesome, Charla. I can't wait. I know you're doing the VIP, girl. Girl, get that VIP, y'all, for the extra $50. to have that hour one-on-one session. We can actually work on something or talk about something that you're working on or you have to do. Y'all listen, take advantage of that. Take advantage of it. My time is of a premium, baby. And when you can get it for $50 an hour, oh, you want to grab that. Okay? Listen, you guys, I pray this word blessed you. If the word blessed you and you want to sow a seed, you can sow that seed at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Don't miss it. I'm looking forward to serving you. Y'all have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. I love you to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.